Hello guys, and welcome to my channel. For those that are new to me, I'm Dr. Nicolya, and I am a life coach that helps women to heal from hurt that's difficult to talk about. And I help women take powerful situations and testimonies of their life and turn them into masterpieces or books that they can use to impact and change the world. So I'm super excited that you are here today. Today, I want to talk about divorcing the emotions too. And what I mean by that is I talk to so many women who have gone through life-changing and life-altering situations. They have been through a traumatic event. They have gone through a heartbreak. They have been hurt, right? And they're struggling with difficult emotions, anxiety, depression, trauma, anger, frustration, angst. And it's difficult for them to move forward because these emotions are controlling their life. And what I find is that a lot of times people will divorce the situation, but not divorce the emotions around the situation. And what I mean by that is they may have gone through the breakup and accepted the fact that they're broken up, but they're still dealing with the bitterness, the anger, the frustration, and the resentment regarding it. They may have lost their job and therefore lost their house. And so they've come to accept the fact that they've lost their house, but they're still blaming and living in a victim mentality and not really able to move forward. And here's the deal. If you play victim to your emotions, your life will reflect that. If you allow your circumstance and your situation to inform your decisions and allow you to build resilience within your life will reflect that as well. The neat thing is you have a choice. You get to decide which option you're going to take. Are you going to continue to play victim to your situation and to your circumstance and your emotions? Or are you going to move forward and allow yourself to learn from the situation and the experience? The truth is, life is going to give us changes. In fact, the only constant in the world is change. And so at some point, we have to learn to embrace change and figure out how to allow change to work in our favor. Otherwise, we'll continue to walk through life bitter and carrying these emotions that therefore control us. Emotions are very powerful, but the good news is you are more powerful. So I want to talk about a stop strategy that I use with my one-on-one clients that supports them with being able to divorce not only the situation, but the emotion that they're dealing with. And so I want to break down STOP, okay? STOP is an acronym. The first letter in STOP is S. S stands for seek support. When you are going through a difficult situation, it is so important to seek support. A lot of times we shut down or we isolate out of embarrassment, out of frustration, out of not really believing that we can get help. I know for me, when I went through my divorce, I really struggled with dealing with embarrassment. I also struggled with pride. The truth is, I'm a licensed counselor, so I help people every day deal with depression and anxiety and hurt and pain. So why couldn't I help myself get over it? Once I was able to put my pride to the side and realize that getting support wasn't a reflection on me being weak or something being wrong with me, but an opportunity for me to expand my growth, an opportunity for me to strengthen my resilience, an opportunity for me to move forward. Then I was able to see support as something that was positive. And I'm here to tell you firsthand that when you are going through a traumatic event or a difficult experience or overwhelming experience, it is okay to get support. In fact, it's very helpful for you to get support. Support is going to be the key that you need to move forward with success. Okay, so you want to be working through that and looking for support. Okay, support, there's a lot of different ways you can get support. Some people prefer counselors and some people prefer coaches. The way I look at it is counselors usually go through insurance and they can do diagnoses and things like that. Whereas life coaches can really get in the trenches with you and walk you through the process of healing, walk you through the process of finding yourself, walking you through the process of creating a new future, right? We can reflect on the past, but more importantly, we want to focus on the future because that's where we're going. The past we can't change, but the future we can. And so you want to get support. You can also consider support groups, right? Finding different support groups of people that understand where you're at and are willing to support your growth and are willing to give you feedback and encouragement and motivation and empowerment I know for me, I've been to a lot of different support groups, single mom support groups. I actually am a table leader at a single mom support group because I enjoy being able to give back, because at a time someone was able to give back to me, and that really strengthened my resolve as I was going through various difficult circumstances. Remember, the only constant in the world is change, but we cannot try to avoid change. And that's what we do. We try our hardest to avoid change, and therefore we're never given the opportunity to learn from it. We're never given the opportunity to move forward and grow, which is one of the best things that can happen. For me, when I went through my divorce, I was struggling with accepting the emotions around the divorce. Yes, I divorced my ex-spouse, but I was struggling with the emotions around it. And therefore, I wasn't given an opportunity to really grow and really strengthen my resilience. And because of that, I could have missed out on so many blessings and opportunities and learning opportunities. When I was able to get support, I was able to reframe my perspective on the divorce and realize that it was working in my favor, that this was a new opportunity, that although one door closed, this new door that was opening was much better than what was left behind. Okay? The second letter in stop is take time for self-care. I think a lot of times when we're going through difficult circumstances, we try to just go through life. We try to go through the routine of life. We work a 9 to 5, and then when the 9 to 5 is over, we pick our kids up, and then we go home, we cook dinner, we clean, we might watch a TV show, and then we go to bed. And then we wake up the next day, and we work a 9 to 5, we pick our kids up, and et cetera, et cetera. And we just go through this routine of life, and it becomes monotonous. It becomes boring. It doesn't give us motivation. And so a lot of times we put ourselves on the back burner because we're wearing multiple hats. We're balancing a lot of different things. We're a mom, we're a wife, we're a girlfriend, we're an employee, we're a business owner, we're a student, we're all these things. And so we put ourselves and our feelings on the back burner. And that's a lot of the times where you see those feelings start to seep up. A lot of the people that I work with have really pushed down difficult feelings. They pushed them under the rug, and they've tried to use the rug to cover them over. But the truth is, we can only hold in so many emotions. It's much like a pop bottle, right? If you shake a pop bottle up and then you take the top off, it explodes. And that's the same thing with our emotions. When we're dealing with a lot of emotions, we're just shaking our life up slowly but surely. And eventually that top unscrews, and we're going to have our own explosion, whether that's a mental breakdown, whether that's fits of anger, whether that's extreme crying spells like uncontrollable crying, whatever that is, we are going to struggle with that healing because we haven't really processed that. And the best way to do that is self-care, taking care of yourself. Do not put yourself on the back burner and wait until you burn out to decide that you're wanting to take care of yourself. You have to be willing to prioritize yourself. And I know that that sounds abstract. I know that it sounds extreme. But if you are not willing to take care of yourself, you're not going to be good to anyone else, not to your children, not to your significant other, not in your business, not to anything. And so it's important that you're taking care of yourself, making that a priority. Do things that remind you that your life is valuable, that you're valuable, that your goals matter, that the things that you hope to accomplish are important, okay? That your future is brighter than your past. When you take care of yourself, your emotions will start to fall in line, okay? The next letter is to own your power in the situation. I cannot tell you how many people come to me and they're stuck in that victim mentality. They're like, so-and-so did this to me, and my job fired me, and my husband cheated on me. And they play this victim mentality where they're unable to move forward. They're holding so tight to these emotions. And yes, you may have gone through a difficult circumstance. And yes, you may have been done dirty. And yes, things may not have been fair. But that happened, and holding on to them is only keeping you stuck. Remember what I said in the beginning. If you hold tight to those emotions, your life is going to reflect that. But if you choose to replace those emotions and live a life intentionally, focused on your purpose and focused on your future, your life will reflect that as well. And you have the power. Your emotions are strong, but you are stronger. You can put your emotions in alignment with what you desire. So when you say, you know what? He treated me so terribly, and he cheated on me, and he never loved me, and he was terrible to me. And you decide that you're going to live based on that. You're going to live a life that reflects that. So you're going to live a life from bitterness and anger and resentment. And that's going to reflect on future relationships. That's going to reflect on your vocabulary and your language. It's going to reflect on your relationships with your friends when they're in healthy and happy relationships, but you're still bitter, holding on to anxiety or anger or depression, right? If you walk in and you're like, no job cares about me and no job cares about my success because the last job just fired me without letting me know. You're going to go into your new job with bitterness and probably not do your best. And therefore, your new job is going to reflect that and probably put you in a position to lose your job again. If you walk in and you say, you know what, my money is all over the place and I'm never going to be able to get my money in control because, I grew up like this and my family struggled with money and everyone's credit score is bad in my family, then that's going to affect the way you make decisions around your money and how you spend and how you save and how you invest. You have to choose to own your power in the situation. And your power is that you have the ability to make change. Convince yourself of that. Tell yourself of that. Sell yourself that. One of the things that I did is I told myself on a regular basis, I affirmed to myself. I wrote an affirmation saying, Dr. Nicolya, you are in complete control of changing this situation. You can change this situation. And I would affirm myself with that. And I'll be honest, in the beginning, I didn't truly believe that I could control the situation, that I could change the situation. But in time, I was able to see that I was able to make changes. I was able to control the situation and I did have power to make the decisions, okay? Do not allow your past situations to control your future. The past has happened. It is an opportunity now to move into the future and to make decisions that are going to reflect the future that you want, not the past that you're resentful of. Finally, the last letter in stop is P. So pursue your dreams and new opportunities. So many people, after going through difficult traumatic experiences, stay stuck, right? They believe that those difficult and traumatic experiences define their life. And therefore, any goals or big ideas or hopes or dreams that they have for the future aren't within reach. And I'm here to tell you firsthand that they are. If you allow yourself to stay stagnant, that's where you'll stay. But if you allow yourself to believe that your future can be bright, that you can pursue new opportunities and your dreams, you can. When I went through my divorce, there was a long period of time that I stayed stuck. There was a long period of time where I believed that this was part of my life. And I made myself say, I'm divorced as part of myself instead of saying, I am Dr. Nicolya that has gone through a divorce. I accepted it as that was who I was. And in reality, that's not the truth. That's not who I am. It's part of my story, but that's not the totality of it. Okay. And the same thing for you. Yes, you may be dealing with depression, but depression is part of your story, not the totality of your life. When you take time to really identify your big vision and your big dreams and what you hope to accomplish, it reminds you that you have things to look forward to. It reminds you to focus on the future and not necessarily on the past. Okay. So take time to really think of what your big dreams are. What are the big things that you want to accomplish? A lot of times from your pain, you can have a purpose. For me, I wrote books to help single moms because I was a single mom that was struggling with adjusting to balancing multiple responsibilities and wearing multiple hats. I decided that I wanted to support other single mothers that felt like they were struggling, that were having a difficult time with doing that, with taking on all these responsibilities. And so from my pain, I was able to find my purpose. I was able to find new opportunities and new things to work towards and new things to accept into my life. And the same can happen for you. You can learn from your past, allow it to inform your future, but not allow it to take over your future. This is a chance and an opportunity for you to leave the past there and to move in the direction of your dreams and create a future that not only you desire, but that more importantly, you deserve. Okay. So when you are dealing with a difficult emotions, the best way to leave them along with the situation or divorce them along with the situation is to stop. Seek support. Take time for self-care, prioritizing yourself. Own the power that you have in your situation and pursue your dream and new opportunities. Again, seek support, take time for self-care, own your power in the situation, and pursue your dreams and new opportunities. Take time to stop today and to move in the direction of your future. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I am excited that you guys are taking the steps that you need to move forward and to not allow your emotions and your circumstances to control your life any longer. Remember, I said the only constant in the world is change. We have to learn to build resilience so that we accept change and are able to move forward with success. Let's get started. Talk to you guys later. Bye.